Hello, in this demo I am going to show and explain a demo in which I will show some pieces of Python code which could uh, which could work in sending the simulated sensor data to an MQTT endpoint, and I will also show a demo of how the data can go to a database, is how it is stored in database, and how actually the end-to-end IoT uh, architecture actually works. So for this example, I have made one program. First, I will just show the program, and then uh, I will try to explain this thing. So uh, the program is this MQTT Connect, which is a Python program in which the I will pass two arguments, and the two arguments will be taken from the program as a temperature value from the sensor, and then it will try to send that data through MQTT through MQTT connection, which runs on port number 1883 as shown here. And I have installed MQTT on my local, which works, which I can start from here. So the subscriber I am running here, which is listening to localhost on this topic test, and this program I am trying to send through that uh, through that topic. So here, while running the program, I am passing two values as I shown in the program. It is listening to two arguments. Suppose that I am sending first temperature value as 45 and second temperature value as 67. So let's run it, and you can see, like, I have made a JSON structure of that data, like sensor data, which is having properties of temperature, and two temperature values are there, which is going to this MQTT subscriber. uh, Actually, I don't have any MQTT like real MQTT server, so I installed on this machine. In actual world, in actual scenario, in real scenario, uh, uh, MQTT subscriber hosted on cloud or hosted on some server will listen to this JSON structured MQTT values, and then it is stored in the database. Uh, so for database part, I will show here two programs basically. Uh, one one is my program uh, uh, which is which will insert a data, and then second program which will show the data. So on my computer basically, uh, as you can see here, uh, like one port I have defined 8088, which is listening to InfluxDB messages, and once I will try to insert any data, then it will go into this InfluxDB database. This is also a Python program which I will briefly go through. So it is sudo nano, and the program is dbcheck.py. So you can see, like, InfluxDB I have installed a Python program, and uh, it is sending to this hosted at this local host, and I have created already a database in which I will try to query the data. So first let's run this program, this Python dbcheck.py, and you can see, like, three values are already there, and uh, I will try to, like, insert a new value, like 32, 52, 32, and something like 33 is already there, and I will try to insert a new value in this. So how it is done, uh, I will show that. So first is db check, then I will db insert, I will show it. So this is my db insert. It will try to insert the data in this database. So here is the data which is like manually I have fed. So the region I will just put it here as Hyderabad, and DC something like some my name, something like that, Prashan, and gender male, and I will insert the data as 25, something like that, and then buying true. So this program I have saved, and then I will run it python db insert dot py. So response is this is kind of success response. This is not an HTTP. In case of HTTP 200 response comes, this is like DB which is running on port number 8086, and now I will try to look for the I will check the database. So in this case, like you can see like new name has come here 25, and uh, a place name came, and then all the values are coming like exactly what I have entered. One important thing about this database is that this is time series database. So whenever I will insert something, it will capture the current UTC time, and then it goes through that. So the time series database is very much helpful for doing calculation based on the time, and something like that. These are the two pieces which I made for this demo, and the end to end I was not able to do, but yeah, if it is needed I can definitely do. Next thing I will show is like this is our smart city dashboard. So that whole program, I just created a snapshot of the start program to just show what are the capabilities, how the Python program is actually working there. And next thing I can show here is this GCP, because this that smart city platform is based on this Google Cloud platform. So basically the IoT core part and this PubSub part. So whenever I will try to send some messages through MQTT, it will go through this PubSub, and then from there it goes to this data flow where this database or any kind of database is basically used. And here cloud storage can also be used to insert or to store some files, something like that. Currently we are working with messages, so I shown the part of this PubSub which can be used there. And here is the analytics part where what is shown for InfluxDB can also be used with Cloud BigQuery, which works the similar way to handle all these messages coming to database, and then storage, and then using it for further analytics. So hope this short demo will be helpful for knowing the bits and pieces of IoT end-to-end ecosystem. Thanks.